Okay, so are you ready to dive deep into some deliciousness today?
Always ready for that.
Well, perfect, because today
Mm.
we're going to be tackling um, an authentic French chicken and vegetable soup.
Ooh la la.
We're calling this soupe poulet et légumes, just like the original recipe title.
Sounds fancy.
But really, it's all about breaking down this classic dish and, understanding the why behind each step.
So we can all be better cooks.
Exactly. We want to help you become more intuitive and confident in the kitchen, right?
Love that.
So let's jump right in. We've got this recipe here, and the first thing that always catches my eye is the ingredient list.
Yeah, it's like the building blocks of flavor, right?
Totally. And, we've got our chicken. Obviously, that's our star of the show.
Gotta have chicken in chicken soup.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Right. And the recipe is actually pretty flexible. You can use breast or thigh meat, whatever you prefer.
I like that option.
Yeah, me too. Then we have our veggies, the classics,
Mm-hmm.
onions, carrots, celery, and garlic.
Ah, the holy trinity of flavor.
You got it. This combo is like the backbone of so many amazing dishes.
Creates such depth and complexity.
Absolutely. But here's what I find interesting. They call for fresh herbs, specifically thyme and bay leaf.
Ooh, bundled up in a bouquet garni.
Fancy.
I know, right? But it really speaks to the emphasis on those subtle aromatic flavors.
Yeah, fresh herbs definitely elevate a dish. And you know what else? They make the whole kitchen smell amazing while they're cooking.
The best kind of aromatherapy.
Totally. Oh, and we can't forget the potatoes. They're going to give the soup that heartiness.
And a bit of texture, too.
Exactly. And then, of course, we've got our olive oil, salt, pepper, the essentials. Oh, and look, there's lemon juice, too.
Ooh, that's a nice touch.
Yeah, but it says it's optional.
It is, but I think it's a smart addition, you know?
Oh, yeah. Why is that?
Well, it adds a bit of brightness and balances out the richness of the chicken. It's all about balance in cooking.
Makes sense. So we've got our ingredients all prepped and ready to go.
Mise en place. It makes the whole cooking process so much smoother.
Preach. All right, so first up, we brown the chicken in olive oil.
Ah, yes, this is where the magic happens.
The magic. Fill me in.
Okay, so when you brown the chicken, you're actually creating hundreds of flavor compounds through the Maillard reaction.
Wait, what reaction?
The Maillard reaction. It's a chemical reaction between amino acids and sugars that gives food that beautiful brown crust and creates a ton of flavor.
So that's why they say don't be afraid to let it brown.
Exactly. The more browning, the more flavor.
Okay, I'm going to remember that. So we've browned our chicken beautifully. Now what?
Now we take the chicken out and set it aside for a bit.
Got it. And then,
Then we saute our veggies in the same oil.
ooh, so we're really building layers of flavor here.
You got it. We're infusing the oil with all those delicious veggie flavors, which will then blend with the chicken and the broth.
It's like a flavor party in the pot.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
Okay, so veggies are softened. What's next?
Now comes the big moment. We add the chicken back in along with the potatoes and a whole liter of chicken broth.
Wow, a whole liter. This is going to be a hearty soup.
Definitely. And don't forget our little bouquet garni. It makes its grand entrance now, too.
Ah, yes, those aromatic herbs.
Uh,
They're going to infuse the whole soup with their goodness.
Exactly. And then everything simmers together until the chicken is nice and tender.
Simmering is so key.
Mm.
It's like a gentle hug for the ingredients.
I love that analogy. It allows everything to cook slowly and meld together without drying out.
And speaking of gentle cooking, this next step is something I always appreciate. We remove the chicken, debone it, and then return it to the soup.
Ah, yes. It's a game changer.
Totally. No more worrying about bones while you're trying to enjoy your soup.
Plus, it ensures that every spoonful has those delicious pieces of tender chicken.
Yeah.
It's all about texture and flavor distribution.
So smart. And then we're basically done right. Just adjust the seasoning,
Mhm.
maybe add a squeeze of that lemon juice for brightness.
Yep, and then serve it up hot, garnished with some fresh parsley, maybe a side of crusty bread for dipping.
Oh man, now you're making me hungry.
Me too.
This has been such a fascinating deep dive. I feel like I've learned so much more than just how to follow a recipe.
That's the goal, to empower you to cook with confidence and creativity.
Exactly. So for all of you listening at home, what's the takeaway here?
Don't be afraid to experiment in the kitchen.
Yes, you are in control. Swap out the chicken for another protein. Try different veggies, different herbs. Make it your own.
Exactly. This deep dive has given you the knowledge and confidence to create something truly delicious.
And hey, if you come up with an amazing variation, share it with us. We'd love to hear about your culinary adventures.
Happy cooking, everyone.
Until next time.